Hi and welcome to Zoom TV, the show we explore everything that flies, drives and floats and invite you along for the experience. Well, today, thanks to Northside Nissan, Ross and I are in Northbridge, Western Australia to experience a very special race.
Fantastic atmosphere. This is the 2013 Targa West, a special stage tarmac rally, and it's going to be super exciting.
And Roscoe, thanks to Asander, I'm in Sydney catching up with the guys from End Mazda.
And they are a good team, eh?
They are a good team.
We are Mazda's oldest surviving dealer.
Now, Roscoe, you're going to be helping out with the Asander Celebrity Hitchhiker.
Yes, I am. You know, some guy, he's been around for a while, he's won a couple of events. Jim Richards.
And of course, Ross and I will be there at the end of the race to interview the winners, won't we, mate?
We are. We will be. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Welcome to Zoom TV. Well, we're here with Bob Schrader, the man that actually started this event some 9 years ago. Can you believe it's got this big?
Listen, I can't believe it's 9 years, Roscoe. It seems to me just like yesterday when we started it.
The amazing thing is the amount of time that's put into organising it, and shires and officials. How many officials are involved in the thing?
About 600 officials to help us run the event every year.
Now, Bob, I've got to ask, did he really win the first two?
He did, yeah.
And no one complained about the cars being tampered with or anything happening behind the scenes?
Squeaky clean
There was
Roscoe.
no black flags?
No, squeaky clean Roscoe here.
Now, Bob, can you just explain for us what the format of the whole Targa West is about?
Well, you know, if we go back to the grassroots of what tarmac rallying is about, it's amateur motorsport to give people the experience of being able to take the cars that they absolutely adore and love and work on and bring up to scratch, to take them out there and use them the way they're meant to be used on a set of roads that you can't normally do that on. But we close the roads down to enable these guys to get out there and drive their cars in the fashion that they like to. And the cars were meant to be driven in.
But what a tourist event as well. I mean, you cover so much turf that you'd be really showing off Western Australia to the rest of the world as well.
We are. And, you know, some of the beautiful spots that we've got, you know, in this event and the other events that we run here in WA, it's a showcase for WA, and it really does show off a lot of the different regions that we run through and the diverse terrain that we run over.
Now, Bob, we've got a great family night happening here where people are walking around with their kids, getting up close, getting pictures with the drivers, getting pictures with ex-drivers and stuff like that. Where does it go from here after this is the show and shine?
Yeah.
Day 2, Day 3 and Day 4, what are they about?
Okay. This is a, you know, this is an opportunity to show off to all of the people in Perth and to be able to get them down and have a look at it. And I'm amazed that we've got as many people as we have when it's the weather that it is, so they love it. Tomorrow we head off to 2J and to Bullsbrook, which we've got some superb stages up through those areas. And then on Sunday, of course, we've got the two big ones. We've got Malaga in the morning, which is a 12-kilometre stage with 67 instructions, so it's a pretty heavy-duty stage. And then in the afternoon, we've got the show spectacular down on the river foreshore. So showing off the city of Perth in the background, the river in the foreground, and the cars whizzing in between. It's awesome.
And of course, there are a lot of people get involved in this, Bob, sponsoring the event and getting it up and running.
There are, and look, we couldn't do it without the sponsors. We've got people like Northside Nissan who do an awesome job of supplying us with all of the vehicles that we need for our medical intervention vehicles, for all of the rest of our course cars and so on. We couldn't run the rally without that sort of support.
Now, Bob, thanks for having us here and allowing us to go through. And thanks for having a guy that you probably kicked out for cheating. A little bit of doing the wrong thing on the track. I understand, that's okay. You've mended your wounds.
Yeah, yes.
Now, after the break, we're going to be catching up with the guys in the Northside Nissan GTRs. But before we go to the break, how about you officially extend the invite to this man to drive next year?
10th anniversary, Roscoe. You've got to be back. You won the first two, you better win the 10th one. Now, there's a challenge.
I'll be back. Somebody said that once, I think, didn't they?
We'll be back right after this with the guys from the GTR team from Northside Nissan. Now, Northside Nissan have two cars in this year's Targa West. I'm with one of the teams right now. Now, Peter, you're driving this car. This isn't your first Targa West, is it?
No, this is our fifth attempt at Targa West.
Okay, and how's it going so far?
Yeah, look, we were in the lead on part of today, but we're back into second at the moment. But look, we're hoping we can get back to the lead tomorrow.
Okay, so we're in day 2 of 4 days.
Correct.
We started yesterday, today's stage. What was that all about?
Well, look, today we had 2 stages out at Whiteman Park, and then it took us up to the zigzag, and then from Kalamunda to Mundaring. There was an Evo that was a little bit faster than us out at Whiteman Park, but you know the GTRs were on top at Mundaring.
Now, Scott, on to you. Now, you're the navigator, you're the thing that makes it happen. You tell him where to go.
Easy, 8 right over crest.
How have you found the race so far?
Oh, it's been very enjoyable. This is actually my first Targa West. But look, it's a fantastic event, and I think Ross Tapp has put together a great event.
Okay, guys, this is the question I want you to answer. I'll put it out to both of you. You both can have a little bit of an input into this. What do you think that makes the GTR so successful in races like this?
I think it's been a well-developed car. You know, Nissan built a good car to start with, and it is very stable on the long, flowing, high-speed stuff. So it's really well designed for this sort of road event.
Okay. Now, guys, you've got 2 more days to go. I wish you luck. We're going to be there on Sunday at the end. Hopefully you're number 1. Okay, I'm backing you. Ross is with the other team. We'll find out exactly how Ross is going with them. Don't forget, if you want to know more about the GTR, go to northsidenissan.com.au. Friends of Zoom TV.
You're watching Zoom TV.
I'm here with Northside Nissan's second entry in this year's Targa West. Another mighty Nissan GTR. John Paul and Lisa. Now, you're going pretty well.
Yeah, we're in 4th place at the moment. We're about 4 seconds behind another GTR. Tomorrow's a big day. We head up to 2J. It's big open tracks up there.
Of course, the Nissan is well known for its road holding and speed, and you've got a couple of Porsches there that are battling with you, but I'm sure the Nissan will be the one.
Well, the gentleman's always there, nipping at the heels.
Yeah.
He's a really intelligent driver, but I think the GTRs are actually pretty handy at taking a few wins. So.
Well, you've been doing this event now for 8 years, I believe.
Yeah, 8 years. I started back in 05. I admired your work, so I had to get the Evo 9. So I was always a fan. 2 years ago, decided to step up to the GTR. It seemed to be the car of choice, and Northside definitely helped us get into that.
Now, the final day, of course, is back in town, around the city.
Yep. So on the Sunday, we come down to Malaga, and we tear up the industrial area a little bit. And then we move into the city to Langley Park and up and down Riverside Drive. It's hard to actually make up places on that last leg, but I'm thinking if I'm behind, I'm going to give it a push still.
So that'll be your job, Lisa, to get the rate up a bit.
Absolutely. We've played really well in the car together this year, and the car is brilliant, service crew is brilliant, JP's got a lot of experience behind him, and we're doing really well together in the car. I think we've got a mojo on this year. So look out, I would say.
Excellent. Well, that's the story. Northside Nissan entries 2nd and 4th with 2 days to go. Now, if you want to find out any more information about these mighty cars, click onto northsidenissan.com.au.
In 1962, Australians got to taste their very first salt and vinegar chip. We also got to see our very first James Bond movie, and right here in the heart of Parramatta, New South Wales, West End Mazda was born. Now, most 50-year-olds would be considering retirement, but not the guys here at West End Mazda. They're just getting started. Today, thanks to Asanda, we've come here to meet them and find out exactly what they're all about. When you think about it, the fact that West End Mazda has been around for over half a century means that they know their product and their customers better than anyone else. They've seen new models come and go, they've helped first-time drivers and veterans alike get into their dream cars, and through it all, they've stayed at the top of their game. Proudly, West End Mazda is the longest-serving Mazda dealership in Australia. They've now got 2 outlets, one in Blacktown and one right here in the heart of Parramatta, where their story all started. Now, think about that for a moment. What does 50 years give you, the customer? Well, it gives you the very best experience. And what does it give West End Mazda? Well, it gives them enough time to develop the very best customer service. West End Mazda offers every available service from new and pre-owned cars to top quality maintenance and vehicle finance. Everyone on the team is friendly and has a ton of experience with Mazda vehicles, which is why West End has such a fantastic reputation for customer service. Inside this building is the largest collection of Mazda spare parts in Australia. So if West End Mazda don't have the part you need for your Mazda, it doesn't exist. They really do have every possible Mazda part you could think of under the one roof. It's not all just about selling new and pre-owned cars though. West End Mazda also has a fantastic servicing department to ensure your new toy not only performs at its peak, but also has the best possible resale value. You know, all of the technicians here are 100% Mazda focused, 100% Mazda trained, and only use genuine Mazda spare parts, which means your car is going to perform to its best all the time. And the great thing about focusing on the one brand is you just get better at it. Hey Brett, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, Aaron. Yourself?
I'm really good. Now, I want to know the story of the 50 years behind West End Mazda.
Yeah. Well, the business started 50 years ago. It was owned by a gentleman called Bill Fisher. Then in 1995, our current owners, Terry and Adela Dodd, purchased the business from Bill Fisher. But Terry's history with West End Mazda goes back further than that. He started at West End Mazda as the general sales manager, progressed to general manager, and then purchased the business, as I said, in 1995.
Now, as I've walked around the dealership, I've heard people say, 2012, you were number one.
We are.
2013, you're leading the pack.
We are.
So you've got a secret. Yes. I want to know what that secret is. I won't share it with anyone. You can share it with me.
Our secret, I guess, is not that big a secret. It's the way we do things. We try and give our customers a point of difference of why they should deal with West End Mazda. Besides the fact that we are Mazda's oldest surviving dealer, it is the way we treat our customers. Our customers are important to us. And when they leave here, we want to see them smiling. And that's what's important to us.
I'll tell you what, well answered. You've done really well. So if you're after a great deal on Mazda, pre-owned or new, the best place to service your Mazda, some Mazda spare parts, or just some great Mazda advice, drop in and see the friendly team at West End Mazda. To find out more, go to westendmazda.com.au or follow the links from Zoom TV. Oh, and don't forget, 2013 is their 50th birthday, so make sure you ask for your bit of birthday cake. Welcome back to Zoom TV. We're at day 4 of the quick Targa West Northside Nissan 2013 Challenge, Roscoe.
Mate, this is exciting stuff. I can't believe it, but they've closed off the foreshore here in Perth, right in front of the city. And cars are doing over 200 kilometres an hour down in front of the river. 2.6 kilometres, 3 times they do it. And it's so close at the front, only a matter of seconds between first and second. A really exciting stuff.
It's very loud down here at the foreshore. We're getting very close to the action. Now, you wouldn't believe it, 3 of the top 4 cars are actually Nissan GTRs. The rumour is Northside Nissan reckon they can get a 1, a 2 and a 3.
But there's been a problem.
There has been a problem. One of the Northside Nissan teams did not finish. Now, I backed Peter Rullo, and apparently Peter Rullo's let me down.
Driver error. It wouldn't be the car. It wouldn't be the car.
Maybe conditions. It's been a bit wet. Beautiful day here in Perth, though. So let's go and meet some people, Roscoe.
Okay.
Let's go.
One stage to go and sitting in
We're currently in third at the moment.
third. So 2.6k to go and on the podium.
That's right, we've only got to get through one more time. A couple of guys in front of me, 30 odd seconds in front, and a mistake can easily make you drop 30 seconds. So we're just going to hang on for that one more.
And how's the car been going?
It has not missed a beat all weekend. We've had no dramas at all. It's been great.
Fantastic.
What's going on? You both look sad. What's wrong?
We've had better days.
I've heard the rumours. Where's your car? There's no car.
We're pushing on the 2J stage and we got a couple hundred metres before the end and we're pushing out around a right-hander and just on the exit of the right-hander I went to throttle out of the corner and just stepped out violently on me. I wasn't expecting it. We were running second I think by about 20 seconds at that point. We'd cut it down to I think about 17, 12 was it? Yep. So look, we were on track to probably be in the lead by the end of the day.
What I'm going to do is give you a Zoom man hug because it's very clear, okay? And I want you both to move on, okay?
Now, Murray, what are you doing out here? Why aren't you back looking after John Hughes' workshop?
Well, every now and then, Ross, you got to have a bit of time out.
Right.
Motorsport, you know, we all enjoy it. Stu's with me. We've rallied together for years, and this is our first Targa West tarmac rally, and we're out here having a great time, mate.
Now you guys are currently winning at the moment. 3 events to go.
Yep.
What's your strategy from here?
Get to the finish line in front. We've got a 14-second lead with three to go. Only some short stages in here.
Tell us about your car.
2005 Mitsubishi Evo 8 MR. It was a circuit racing car that we converted to a rally car for this event. And the engine, nothing flash. We gave it a dyno tune, put it on some good race fuel, and it's been really, really quick so far. So good.
How's the navigating coming?
Good, mate. This is the first time we've competed together.
I'm with the guys in the Amarok. Now, how's it coming?
Hey, we've been competitive.
Where do you think you're going to finish? You've got 1 lap to go.
We've got to make up 2 minutes on a course that's 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, not going to happen, mate. Not going to happen. So
much.
yeah, we're going to finish 6th. We're going to finish 6th. Unless they crash. Unless they crash the car, then we're going to finish 5th.
I was going to say, you're always looking in a positive way.
How have you been going?
Good. Friday was fun. We had a bit of an issue at Whiteman Park. He told me to slow down for the speed bumps. I saw the cameras, went flat out. Car got airborne. We ripped the diff coiler off, so we blew the diff.
So where are you lying outright?
We think we're about 5 or 6 up from the bottom. Being a V8, it didn't like Malaga with all the turns, so the power steering pump let go. So we were running half of Malaga in the first city stage with no power steering, which is interesting.
Yeah, you'll be right.
We've lost a couple of cars between stage 1 and 2.
Welcome back to Zoom TV, and our celebrity hitchhikers today are the great team from Shannon's. You've got Barry here. How are you, Barry?
Very well, thank you.
And big Jim Richards. How are you, sir?
Good, very good.
Jim, you've been doing it a long, long time, and it started originally on gravel in New Zealand. Of course, you're a Kiwi, yeah.
No, exactly right. No, the first rallies that I did were in New Zealand on loose metal, like you, Roscoe.
Yeah. So, with racing and rallying you're doing now, you're sort of in a car most weekends, really, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty well. Between the touring car masters events we do, and the Falcon, and the Porsche, and the drive days, and the historic car racing. To be honest, probably every second weekend I'm driving something somewhere.
And Barry, of course, sitting alongside calling the notes, and also is quite famous calling V8 race cars and things, aren't you?
Well, I did the V8 supercars up until the end of 2007. 16 years, which was a great experience. But I've been sitting beside this guy since 1993, and we've done over 60 tarmac rallies together, and it's been a great partnership, something that I really treasure.
And you've won a couple, of course.
I've won two.
You've been Roscoe a couple of times, apparently. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Roscoe's probably beaten us on some occasion as well somewhere. In a rally sprint or something, maybe somewhere.
Mate, I might have.
So you forgot about that?
Yeah, right. Tsuchiba rally sprint, was it? Yeah, good. Oh, yeah, I won that.
Now, with a career, guys, that spans over 20 years together, what would be your favourite rally that you guys have won?
Well, I'd have to say Targa Tasmania, not just because I'm a Tasmanian, but they talk about the Bathurst 1000 being the race that everybody wants to win. As far as Targa Tasmania is concerned, it's the Bathurst of tarmac rally.
What's the secret that makes a good team?
Teamwork. And we get on very well together. I think that's the other important factor. I mean, we don't have any blues, we don't have any arguments. I might get a bit snarly with him occasionally, but...
Very occasionally.
I've heard that.
No, we do work well together as a team, and now, after all this time, we've worked out what we need, what I need to be able to give Jim, to be able to do the job. And we put a lot of time and effort into it. Jim does a great deal of work on the car to make sure it's absolutely spot on. I do a lot of work on the notes, and it just all comes together.
Okay. Well, it's time for the Asander Fast 5. Are you ready for it? What was the first car you ever drove?
Austin 7.
What is your opinion of the worst car ever built?
An early Skoda.
A Reliant.
A Trabant.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that.
What's your opinion of the best car ever built?
They have to be a Porsche, and they're fantastic.
What car do you currently drive as a daily drive at the moment?
I drive the Porsche Cayenne, which is an SUV.
There you go. No, they are, and they're a good car as well, deluxe. Yeah. Okay, and what is your greatest fear? I'll let you both contribute to that one.
Getting too old to rally and race.
Well, you can't
Same
get
with-
too old. This guy still races. You've got at least 20 years to go. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. Great to meet you.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me bring Roscoe along.
Roscoe, good to see you again.
Winners are winners.
It was a great win. Now, you thought you weren't going to get there, or you thought you might, but I felt like we actually helped you get over the line.
Oh, yeah, well. You did well. You did. There are a lot of points where I didn't think we were going to get there, so it's fantastic to come away with the win.
Now, just quickly, is there anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I've got to thank the boys from Racing Dynamics, all the hard work they put in over the weekend. We worked until late hours of last night. Brian Green, Wheels World, P1 Racewear, all the guys that helped us out this weekend. It's been amazing.
All right, guys, go celebrate. We're going to wrap the show up.
Yeah,
thank you very, very much. There you go.
Once again, well done, lads.
Thanks, right, Ross.
And well done to you, mate. What a show, eh? Tell you what, spending 4 days with you has been intense. Intense.
Is that right? Yeah, good.
Well, it wasn't long enough because I couldn't help you choose the right shirt, but that's okay, Roscoe. Now, before we go, if anyone wants to know anything more, what do?
Well, click on to zoomtv.com.au, of course.
And they can also get the iPhone app?
Tell me about that.
I might tell you about the iPhone. Well, during the week for next week, what do you reckon? You can get yourself the iPhone app thanks to Asander. You can see all the videos we've done and, of course, set a reminder for your registration.
Fair enough.
Probably help you out, Roscoe.
Okay.
Now, next year, you'll be back here driving.
Well, hopefully, yeah. I've been asked to come back, so, we'll see what happens.
Okay. And thank you very much to Northside Nissan, who, of course, made it possible for us to cover. If you want to get yourself a GTR, where do you go?
Northside Nissan, of course.
Okay, and if you want to know more about Zoom, go to Zoom TV. There you go, we're done. 2 plugs, Ross.
Well done.
Catch you next year.
Thanks, matey.
Catch you next week, actually.
Okay.
And that's a wrap.